Hi, hi, hello. Hey, happy Saturday, happy Olympics Day, happy Soccer Day, happy Tree Day. Oh man, all the things. Been watching the Olympics? I've been loving them. Oh, it's been so much fun. I just watched USA women's soccer, Germany versus the US. What a blast. Hey, happy, what I said all the things already, right? Olympics Day, Soccer Day, Tree Day, Water Park Day. Wonderful, marvelous. Sam, hi, congratulations on that first. 26th first, and welcome to level 81. Hey, hi, how's it going? Doing a little bit of a thing today. Decided we should go ahead and build one of my little Lego figures. Not really Lego. It is off-brand Lego. It is Mini Building Blocks Bass Harbor Head Light. 484 pieces. Assembled size 3 1/8 by 6 3/8 by 4 inches, and in millimeters that's 80 by 160 by 102. That's where we're at. The Olympics had breakdancing. Sega and Nintendo stopped making Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Isn't that sad? I know. That is a true bummer. I guess I kind of get why they stopped, because I don't know. I mean, the Olympics are mostly the same sports every year, right? Like, yeah, they could add a few new ones, but mostly they've already made the game for it. I'm trying to open this a little bit so I don't have to. There we go. I'm stoked. Okay. I'm stoked. I don't know how long this is going to take at all. I suspect it'll probably be 2.5 or 3 hours of work, because that just seems to make sense. The LEGO streams always go longer than I think, though. So, who's really to say? I guess we'll have to find out. I am adorned with Acadia paraphernalia, because why not? I thought it'd be fun. Got the shirt, right? Acadia National Park. Got the hat with the, I think, the very lighthouse we're about to build right on it. So that's fun. That's pretty cool. You love to see it. Esports being added to the Olympics. Yes! The games they've agreed on being non-shooting games makes sense. League of... I guess I don't know what esports they're even talking about adding. I saw they were doing that, and I don't know much about what that's going to look like at all. That's pretty interesting, though. I think that's a lot of potential for cool stuff, and non-shooting games does seem like a good idea in light of every world event ever. So, that makes sense. Although shooting is like actually an Olympic sport. Like there's actually Olympic shooting. But hey. I looked up some facts about the lighthouse that we will be building. And I've also got some pictures and things. And I figure we'll tell stories and look at them and build a little lighthouse, and it'll be a blast. So, without further ado, let me pop over to this screen. I hope I got it all set up right. Boom, here we are. This is the Lego screen. It's, yes, set up very well right now with pictures. This is Acadia National Park. This is where I was a few months ago. This is Jordan Pond. They're the big rocky hills in the back. They're called the Bubbles. And, oh, it's just gorgeous. League of Legends of Rocket League are guaranteed. Oh, okay, Rocket League, like soccer but cars. I like that. That'd be fun. I think that'll be really... Olympic level Rocket League would be something to see. So yeah, this is Jordan Pond. The loop around it is something like 3 miles. And you start pretty much here, and you go all the way around. I don't think you can... There you can see my cursor. All the way around it, and all the way back, and all the way over, and then come all the way up. And it's lovely. Tons of fun. Beautiful trail. It was a blast. This is it from kind of halfway. Looking back, this over here you can see a little bit is the pond house. Kind of like the start of the hike. Yeah, it is very postcard-like. I was floored, really, by it. It was a beautiful national park. And it was awesome. I mean, I've done a few national parks and like Yellowstone and stuff, and Yellowstone's in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's some stuff around, but mostly, like, it's far away and big and spread out. And what was cool about Acadia is that it was really close to, like, Bar Harbor and places to be and stay in, like, a nice little town. It felt like you could get around the park decently easily, but also, I mean, we only spent 2 days there, but there was still plenty that we didn't get to do and see, but also it felt like we saw a really good chunk of what was there. So that was cool. This is the lighthouse that we're going to build. It's not within like the main area of the park. We had to drive probably 40 some minutes to get to it, but it's the only lighthouse that is on like the main part of Mount Desert Island where Acadia National Park is. There are a few others that are like in the park boundaries, but they're on different islands that you have to like take a ferry to. So there are more pictures of that later, but you know, Acadia National Park, look at that. That's the sign at the entrance, and excellent. Oh, just gorgeous panoramic views. This is just driving in. Like, this is from the road. And I think this is Eagle Lake. That's right up there by the entrance that we used. Stunning. Just gorgeous. Again, more pictures of the bubbles and Jordan Pond. And there were these loons, right? Look at the loons. They're all blurry in this picture, but there were a bunch of babies. And we thought one of them was going to jump into the water, and it pooped. It just sat there and took a little poop right on the rock. Didn't get a video of that, but boy, was it funny to watch. Some things are never not funny, you got to admit. I did take a lot of pictures from here. And a proof that I was actually there. You know, photographic evidence that I really did do this. I didn't just take that image from the internet. You know, I filtered through all the pictures. I filtered through all the ones that I felt like I could share on stream. So, I took a lot more than this. But for the sake of not boring you and, you know, security, this Banff wasn't on fire so I could go see all the nature. It's one of these days. One of these days, everything will not be on fire. This is the top of Cadillac Mountain. It's the highest point on the Atlantic coast, I am pretty sure. And it was weird. I mean, I'm used to going to oceans and stuff. But usually when you go to the ocean, you look out and it's just ocean. Not so at Acadia, because you look out and there's all kinds of islands. Porcupine Island and Burnt Porcupine Island. They're all named after porcupines for some reason. But it was really interesting. And cool to go to the top of the mountain. You can hike all the way up it if you so desire, or we took the other path, which was to drive up it, and you could pay and head up it a little bit. Easy drive, beautiful drive, and just so nice. And there's plenty of places to go walk and look, and obviously a lot of people, very crowded, but you could see all the islands out there in the harbor dotting the bay, and it was just so cool. And I mean, I know pictures are really neat and stuff. I feel like they just didn't even do it justice. It was something to see. Kara, hi, welcome in and welcome to level 59. You're strong enough to defeat Dark Riku from Kingdom Hearts. There's a cruise ship. That's the size of a cruise ship moving through here, which is ridiculous and wild. So that was really cool. Hey, I hope you're having a good Sunday. I think I said Saturday earlier in the stream. That was wrong. But, you get the gist. Tell you-know-who to feel you-know-how, okay? Tell you-know-who to get better. And me on Cadillac Mountain, of course. I did not, unfortunately, find the geologic survey marker. It sits on the ground at the summit of every mountain. I did find another one on this trip. We also went to the top of Mount Washington in New Hampshire and found that geological marker, but sadly did not see the one on Cadillac Mountain. It's kind of hidden from what I could read, like back behind the gift shop and stuff. So that's a shame. But man, islands, just the works. This is Sand Beach. It does what it says on the can. It's a beach of sand. A really nice little inlet. Rocky beaches, too. I'm used to not rocky beaches. But the rocks were, here and big and awesome and had seaweed all over them. Look at this. Just teeming with algae and seaweed and growth from high tide that comes in, and it's wild. It looks like the rock's alive. It was so cool and smelly. This is Thunder Hole. Thunder Hole is one of the most popular spots at Acadia. Basically what it is, I have other pictures of it here. What you do is you walk down this little walkway to take a look at it, because it's over here and you have to look inward at it. The seaweed is really cool, right? I know. So Thunder Hole is this. The tide comes up and rushes into this little divot that's been carved out by erosion over, a butt ton of years. And when the tide is in and a wave comes in, it smacks the back of this wall, and it kind of like creates a seal around it, and just the air displacement makes it crash like thunder. And it's really loud and aggressive, and that's why they call it Thunder Hole. We didn't get to see it properly at like peak tide times, but we still kind of got a sense of it. There you can almost see deep into it. And it's just kind of, there you can see the back of it. Yeah, I got a good picture of the back of it. And it's just kind of wild to think this thing gets just blasted all the time. And here it is. That's just how it eroded away. Really interesting phenomenon. Oh, and here I am. Nature's awesome, right? Here I am with a lobster. My absolute favorite meal of the trip. I've eaten lobster before, but I don't know if I've ever actually taken a full lobster and just gone at it. And it was like from outside. They pointed out the window and they said, see that bay over there that you can see? It was over there this morning, and here it is on your plate tonight. And it was delicious. It really was. It was a hot mess, but it was fun. I really felt like I had the main experience. This thing's called a popover. Yeah, it was like the one, like, treat yourself kind of thing. It definitely, lobster is not a thing I could eat often. It's cost prohibitive. But this little thing's called a popover. It's apparently only in Acadia. They only do them at the Jordan Pond House, which, other places in Bar Harbor have, like, imitated them, which is what this is. It's an imitation one. But it's basically, I don't know how they make it, but it's dough cooked in a muffin tin, and it rises, and whatever they do to it leaves it kind of undercooked in the middle, so it gets this custardy texture. It's almost like a muffin full of pudding, but it's all the same dough. It was really interesting, and I don't think it was my favorite thing in the world, but it was really interesting to try, and it's traditionally served with like strawberry jam. Although the place that we found to sell us a knockoff had blackberry jam, which was also pretty delicious. Me at Acadia, the nice sign here. We stopped and jumped out and took a picture. This is Otter Point, another rocky beach. And I love going to places and doing regional foods. Absolutely. Things that I can't find any other place. Sign me up. Put me on the list. Chain restaurants? I want to go where no me has gone before. And it's cool that there's so many little regional things like that just within the United States. And it's really cool. I don't know. I like traveling. I get a kick out of it. It's so fun. Okay, so now we're at Lighthouse pictures. This is the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse. This is kind of part of it. We rolled up at first. There's not a lot of parking. So we got lucky that we even found a parking spot. But this is like a little maintenance shed. And I was kind of surprised to see it so adamant. You know, U.S. property, no trespassing. All persons are warned not to trespass on this property or to injure or disturb any property of the U.S. Coast Guard. All violations will be prosecuted. So, not something you want to disturb. No. Chain restaurants are only good after like a week away from home and you need a familiar meal. Yes. Or if I'm like at home and I don't know what to do for food, I'll go chain and I won't mind it, but there's so many good local options. It's almost hard to justify. But we pulled up to this place and we're like, where's the lighthouse? And we kind of had to park farther down from where we drove in. And then we saw a path over on the left-hand side. We said, oh, this must be the path to the lighthouse. It's open. People are going down it. We didn't see anybody going anywhere else. We're like, that must be where it is. And you go down this steep set of a lot of stairs. And you get to this rocky outcropping. And you have to like boulder your way over these rocks. They're pretty significant, like stones and boulders. And you climb out there and it's windy and it was kind of chilly even for like May, almost June. And you get this view of the lighthouse. We're like, really, is this all you can see of it? Which this is an iconic view of the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse, actually. This is the angle of it that they actually put on the main state quarter in like 2002 or 4. Whatever the main state quarter was about 20 years ago has the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse from Acadia on it, on the back of it. Really cool. Really fun to see it in real life. So, you know, you kind of try and get a good angle on it, but we thought that this was the only view we would get. Kind of a bummer. Really, you could see some of, like, the style of rocks we had to climb on and over. And people were out there with their dogs, like, trying to hold their dogs and climb on rocks, and that was such a bad idea. And I'm glad that I didn't see anybody get seriously injured, because I'm pretty confident that it's happened. Maybe not even seriously injured, but just scrapes and bruises and trips and falls, and it seems easy to do out here with rain and wind and rock. Okay, here we've got some important facts and dates. This is cool. The lighthouse we are about to build was established in 1858. Its height is 35 feet. Focal plane height is 56 feet. Not that I really know what that means, but that's cool. I have no idea what that is, but, you know, there's some info about the lens and the signals it uses. Station was automated in 1974. So from the time it was established in 1858, the land, I know, the land was $80. Well, that was back in the day. I'm sure the Coast Guard got a good deal on it, too. Maybe we'll find more about that when we scour Wikipedia. Okay, but yeah, some interesting things to note. Established 1858, electrified 1949. So for almost, 90 years, this station ran without electricity. It was a light up there that somebody had to maintain and live. A keeper had to stay at the lighthouse, live there, and fix it up. It was automated in 1974. So from 1858 until 1974, then 16 years, somebody was up there with the light and making sure it was functional and keeping ships safe. Really interesting. Transferred to Acadia National Park in 2020. That's cool. That's good to know. What other stats do we have here? Oh, how old is this lighthouse? In 1855, the United States Lighthouse Service's annual report stated there's a very good harbor 4 miles west of Mount Desert Harbor called Bass Harbor. A light is necessary to assist vessels. $5,000 be appropriated for a lighthouse on Bass Harbor Head. Well, it sounds like they used all of that. If they spent, $80 on the land and 49.33, 83. The rain makes that hard to tell. $4,900 on the actual building. They did hit that $5,000 mark right on the money, pun intended. On the night of September 1st, 1858, the tower was lighted for the first time. So that's cool. Let's see. How did it produce a fog signal? When a thick fog sets in along the coast, mariners are unable to see the light. At such times, a sound signal is needed to guide them past the prominent headland and over the shoal of the Bass Harbor sandbar. The characteristic for the harbor station was one stroke of the bell every 10 seconds. So they did a bell buoy for a while. That's cool. In 1876, the handbell was in front of the lighthouse. Then they replaced it with a 4,017 pounds bronze bell. We have pictures of those coming up too. You'll see what the bells that they used to signal look like. Every 4 hours, the keeper would crank weights up the tower. Wow, and as the bell weights fell, they would uncrank and the hammer would strike the bell. That's really cool. So they moved to a smaller bell when they could electrify it, and they didn't need to crank weights up and let them fall. That's really interesting. Can you imagine living here? No, I can't, frankly. The two-story dwellings connected to the lighthouse by a 21-foot passage called the Covered Walkway. This provided him the luxury of attending to the light at night without having to go outside. Yeah, that is logical. The keeper's dwelling served as a residence for a Coast Guard family until July 8th of 2020. 2020. So I guess it was even longer than it was automated. Somebody lived there until 4 years ago. But then the National Park Service accepted the transfer, but the Coast Guard still retained the right-of-way to operate and maintain the automated lighthouse. So it's in Acadia National Park, and nobody lives there, but the Coast Guard still maintains and operates it. Let's see. Interesting. Keeper Leverett Stanley's life in a fishbowl. He was here from 1940 to 1950. His light is the only one on Mount Desert Island. Oh, so he didn't like living here because people would look in the windows and be intrusive to the family that was living there, which is not cool. If you're going somewhere, general notes for travel, be respectful of the place and the people that live there, and like just don't be awful. Kiosk is sponsored by Lighthouse Education and Nautical Studies. Here's a list of all the lighthouse keepers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 people lived in the lighthouse between 1858 and 1974. I guess they didn't list the rest of them. But that's really interesting. One of the main rules of traveling, don't be creep. Totally. It's gotten worse with TikTok. With everyone trying to take content videos and be social media savvy, and everybody wants to get their shot. I don't know. There was a boathouse here. This is interesting. I think it's gone, but look at the boathouse here, right, like leading into the bay with a big ramp. That's crazy. In 1894, a 12 by 24 foot boathouse was built on the steep embankment. Wooden rails called the slip were bolted to the rocks and extended 100 feet to accommodate boats at low tide. Interesting. So on approach, the keeper lined up with the center of the slip. Once the boat was on the pine timbers, he clamped a cable to the bow, and they cranked it up to the boathouse. Water drops 12 vertical feet at low tide. That's really interesting. Secret. The Lighthouse Service, U.S. Lighthouse Service, furnished them with a boat called a dory, which was later replaced by a pea pod. That's very cool. So that's this information board that's there. You know, a little bit about the lighthouse. Got a clear lens that produces a red light. The characteristic for the station is a fixed or solid red light. Then the intensity was increased. Okay, interesting. I think the reason that it's colored, and I think a lot of, from what I understand, I might be totally off base, but I think the lighthouses are colored differently so you know which lighthouse you're looking at. Like, they have different patterns and different, like, styles of lighting, so that if you're on a boat, you can look at the shore and see where you are and where you're going. But here it is exactly. This is the lighthouse itself, and down here are the bells that are with it. This is the dwelling, former dwelling. I did not take a picture where somebody actually, like, currently lives. Nobody's, like, residing in this. I like this sign. Grass grows by inches and dies by feet. Stay on the path. Very cool. Very funny. Very punny. But they had some rangers out here doing a talk and answering questions. A really cool sight. It was really neat to see. Let's see. Maine boasts more than 70 lighthouses, over 3,400 miles of shoreline. Interesting. Today, these lights signal to lobster boats, sailing schooners, tour boats, and cruise ships. Yes, each light has a different, unique light pattern and color, so you can identify your location based on the light's fingerprint. That's a really cool feature, and I never had considered that that's a thing they would do with lighthouses, but boy, it totally makes sense. So here's some of the others, you know, Baker Island and Bear Island. Egg Rock is the other one we could see from the top of Cadillac Mountain. You can look out and see the big white lighthouse out there, but it's on its own little island. Yes. Here's what the view that we got. Yeah, unique lighthouses are so fun. They look so neat. Just the different shapes and styles, and yeah, all very cool. But yeah, this is the view we got, but in the winter with the light on, which is really cool. Here I am with it. Here's the bell. This is the giant bell that they used to signal in the fog and the smoke, and it's weathered. I mean, look at all the chips and stuff around the bottom, but I don't think the picture can accurately, like, do it justice. I guess this is the last of the pictures, so I'll go back to here. You can kind of see. I mean, that's the height of a gate over here, like, I don't know, 3 feet something, 4, and this is the bell next to it, a little in front. Sizable is what it is. So here's the lighthouse. I'm gonna leave this picture up, and we'll get to building, and we'll see how it ends up here. Beautiful. Sorry about the shadows. This is my first time doing a LEGO stream with the new standing desk setup. I'm excited to be standing because my legs would always cramp up on the older LEGO streams. So that's very neat. This particular lighthouse, as you can see, I mean, pretty closely matches the picture. I was impressed at how similar this little model is, and I was frankly impressed that they even made one at all. What I learned is that these mini building blocks, there's thousands of them, and they make them for all kinds of different sites or other things. See, I've got a lamp back here. Yeah, I do need something. I don't think I have. Oh, maybe I do. Hold on. Okay, we can maybe do with a portable lamp. I've got this little camping lantern that I can leave over here. Well, then it kind of makes things blue. I don't know. Lighting is hard during LEGO streams, okay? Lighting is tough. This is kind of an okay spot for it, I guess. It's not the best. I just need a light right above me. Yeah, there's shadows from all sides. I can at least move the mic out of the way a little bit. That might help. Desk cam. Oh, it is. It is very dark. This is the crappier, older cam that I used to use, and maybe I can lighten it up a little bit. No, hold on. Edit filters. Brightness. Oh, geez. Yeah, this'll do. Contrast. Saturation. Hue shift. Gamma. All these things change everything. Okay, this'll do. This is actually... I mean, it's a little kind of wicked bright. Let me close this and see how we... Yeah. I can live with this. I can live with this. Let's do the unboxing. Get it all out here in the open. There we go. These are those bricks that are so small. I have been afraid, honestly, to go for this because the studs, they're so little. Remember, I built the Space Needle out of these, and it was horrific. A little bright and saturated. Oh, but it improved. You're right. You're right. Okay. I should have messed around with it beforehand, but I was lucky just to get it up and going. Well, I can desaturate it a little more. It's hard because the preview doesn't really happen in real time. But it definitely does help that I'm working with a white desk instead of the brown one like I had before. You really do need Lego tweezers. I don't think I can properly emphasize like how just small these are. Like I just can't. I have, let's see. This will give you a sense of scale of the studs, perhaps. Just they're so itty bitty. The pieces look like mistakes. But that's where we're at. Sorry for the wobblies. Oh boy. Not a very stable camera, is it? The other thing I don't particularly love about the mini building block style are the instructions. The Space Needle had a lot more pieces. I think it was like 1,400. But it had 20 steps for the whole thing. And so it was intense. And these are kind of the same way. 18 steps to build this. But it gives you just a lot of pieces to add at the same time. So it's a little hard to tell what's what and who's how. But we'll get to it, I guess. I have only one bag of parts this time. I will put them, as always, into a better container. Ugh. So many pieces. So small. Alright. Done. Trash. Stick that over there. Okay. For my first trick, I will need this, I mean, so little. This little guy. I'll need 4 brown things. Wait. Okay, 7 of these. So many itty bitty tinies. Right. 1, 2. 3, 4. Okay, I need 5 of these too. 1. I should separate these out by color or something. Not that I am going to, but... Oh, look! Look, it's a... Hallelujah! A little brick separator. Definitely the Space Needle did not come with this. I'm also hoping that this will be a little more sturdy than the Space Needle. It's fragile. The Space Needle was coming apart as I was building it, and so I'm optimistic that this one will last a little better. Okay, there's 2. There's 3. Okay, some more of these. You need a secondary small bowl for the pieces you're actively using. The one piece that disappeared from the Balrog that just flew away. And I found it after stream, but yeah, it was very important. You're right. That's a really good idea, especially like the white piece like this that I'm just gonna lose. Okay, I'm taking your advice. 2 seconds. Perfect. That's a good idea. And then when I'm finished counting them out, I'll put them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a 5th one of those. Yes. That's all of those. And I've lost all count of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I need 4 little 1x4 pieces. Like these. So small. Like, it's the length of, like, the first knuckle on my index finger. It'll be a cute little lighthouse when it's done. Maybe I'll be able to find a way to, like, light it up. That's ambitious, but would be very fun. 2, 3. Half the fun is just searching for pieces. It's hiding in here, I know it. What if you could use the brick separator to brick applier? That's a good idea, and I like it, and I'm going to try it if the need arises, because I had a lot of trouble applying those Space Needle bricks. Ah, there it is. Okay, we'll set these aside. We've got our 2 pieces, our 2 base plates. Now, it's impossible to tell what goes where, but we'll start with this white piece that I just put in here and now I'm taking out. It looks like it goes right here. These are the same size, right? I just want to make sure it doesn't matter what order or side. Which one my brain connects thoughts properly and results in an idea. What some would call a thought. Yes, that's good. We have begun. The lighthouse is underway. Okay, so from it, these 2 extend in this way. Good night. They just don't fit together great. Progress. Now we get a long one that runs all the way up the back. And another one next to it. Oh, we gotta span the gap here. It has begun! We are in progress. Another one here. Okay. Now one here, and then a short one. Do you think that's how they felt laying the foundation for the actual lighthouse? Maybe. We've got $4,900 in a dream and a rocky crag on which to make everything happen. Probably just set all the boards down, all the bricks. We're building that brick foundation right now that you can see in the picture. Very good. Okay, now off this side, we need 2 long ones and a short one, but they line up exactly here. If I ever have to dismantle all of these, I am so out of luck. Nope, something's wrong. How could something be wrong already? Okay, I figured it out. Let's see. Ah, yeah. Have to put them under a strong breeze and it'll dismantle it. Oh, I hope not. With the Space Needle, that's absolutely true. The Space Needle will... It's not like the real one that can withstand 100-mile-an-hour winds. It'll go down if you look at it funny. It is so fragile. Yes, okay. And so now all these ones are wrong. Thank goodness for this little tool. I would be done already. We just have to end the stream and I'd be out of luck. So this one overlaps by 3. There. Now these long ones should line up perfectly with this. Yes. Which is going to provide us a little stability by covering that seam. Or so it seems. This thing called super glue. But a whole movie, a whole Lego movie talking about how bad super glue would be. I can't craggle my lighthouse. It's on a crag, which is kind of funny. So this is interesting. The instructions are telling me to leave a little gap. It's hard to tell. It's so hard for you to see the instructions. But see, there's a little 2-stud gap right in the middle of these brown pieces. And I wonder why. I wonder what that's all about. I'll do it because I follow directions. But I am curious. And also I have extra pieces here right now. No, I don't. I'll use them all. Okay. Again, pretty tough to tell what's going on. These 2 little pieces are supposed to go in here. Again, it's amazing to me that they can design these in the way that they do, so that it's efficient and uses the parts that they're already making in new ways. Like, I don't know how you would figure out the ratios of pieces and things. Okay, so now we're going to cover all this brick foundation with white. Time to start digging through for all these white pieces that I'll need. Another one of these. Oh my gosh, I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. The good news is they're kind of stuck together in pairs, these longer ones. 5, 6. Okay. I'll need 3 of these flat little... Whoops! Look at that. We've already dropped our first piece. Sorry, I don't mean we, because I'm the one that did that. Not to pull you into my mistakes. Lego engineers build different. Truly, truly. But they have so much fun with it. I have to imagine it'd be like dream job levels of fun. So I only need 2 of these little white 1x4s. 1, 2. There's one little corner piece that I'll need, which is going to be a pain to find. Never mind, it's right here. This kind of little corner piece. So itty bitty. 1 2x3. No. What even? Okay, 2 2x4s. No, that's this one. But I'll need 3 of those. This is a rough one. I need 4 of these. Oh, what's gonna bug me about this is I'm using like flat plate level 4x1s and brick sized 4x1s on the same step. Am I going to be able to tell those apart in this very vague instruction? No. Barely. I still haven't even found the very first piece on that list. It's another no stud flat one. I guess I also need 2 of these guys. Longer full bricks. My dyscalculia. Got it. There we go. I deciphered that word. I always hated counting the studs. Oh, especially from the instructions. It's true, and they're not big instructions either. I have to like get down here and squint at them so I can really properly see. And I don't need glasses. It just is what it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're done with those. I need 1 more of those. I'm trying to separate them out by the order they're listed here. Okay. Where's that little flat one? Need a comically large magnifying glass would be a great idea. They should put one in the bag, honestly. This should come with one. It's a prerequisite. There you are. Now let's try and figure out what the heck this is. So these are stairs. That's easy. The no studs one comes up here, and we have started to build stairs up to the lighthouse. Really cool. I like that idea. Then we'll use the 2 flat ones. Whoa, too big, too big. Back out. Do I only have 1 of those? No, I'm supposed to have 2. I didn't get enough. Not to worry. Crisis averted. Ugh. Get on there. There we go. I should orient this the same way as the instructions so that it's very clear. 1 must be done. Long and a short here. We're flipping what we did on the lower ones to help it be stable. I can appreciate that. Now this one gets along. Whoops, never did grab that piece. Like that. And then another long one. No, you're too long. Where do you go? What? Okay. Okay. It's not making sense. But that's gotta be where it goes. I really do need a good comically large magnifying glass. I'm gonna move the instructions maybe over here, so I can get better eyes on them. Okay, now this one gets us short and then along. So this part down here that we're going to get into is the actual building of the lighthouse. What the snot's this corner piece for? It's not giving me a place to put it. I guess let's just start at the bottom. Okay. Now you get a long piece here. Good grief. Okay, actually this is right. We are correct. No fear. I'm curious to see how well the round lighthouse turns out with a bunch of brick pieces. I guess it'll probably look just like the picture. You get the idea. It'll be fine. That's a good looking base. And same deal for this. The thin ones are in the middle. The longer ones are on the ends. Okay, we're coming quite along here. That's where we're at so far. That's the aerial view, the footprint. I like the detail. I like the attention to detail here. If you look at the picture of the lighthouse, I mean, you'll see here, like the bottom is all brick. You can kind of see where my cursor is. And then on the actual lighthouse part, it's all white brick. So it's cool that I've layered the entire foundation in brown except for the lighthouse part, which is going to be white like the actual thing. Very neat. More piece searching. Step 3. Now I need one little 1x4 guy. I need one flat 2x4 plate. I need one long. It actually, the kind of the saving grace of this set is that there aren't very many different shapes of pieces. There's like a long plate, a short plate, a narrow plate. Like I don't have to deal with 800 different, very similar sizes. 15 though, 15 2x1s. I need to find 15 of these. They are so itty bitty. But that's going to actually take a lot of pieces out of my way, so I can't complain. 1, 2. I'm going to stick them all together. Just so I can have them in one spot. 2, 3. 4. 5. Okay, that's 5. One, 2, 3. 4. 5. That's 5. And one more stack of 5 will do. Goodness. The more of them I pull out, the harder it is to find them, because there are fewer. One. 2. Okay, I got a bunch here. Found where they're hiding. 3. 4. And 5, that's 15. 19 of the clear ones. Oh, clear. They're clear. 19. And that one doesn't divide up well. I couldn't even get it to focus. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 there. These are going to be the windows on the house. A lot of them. 1. There's even smaller ones. 2. Oh boy. 3. 4. 5. Okay, 15. And 4 more. Found 2 of them already. 1, 2. Got 3 here. Hold on. 3. They're not easy to find. They're so small and so clear. Transparent. Well, they're a little cloudy, so I guess they're kind of more of a translucent, but... there we go. That's 4. That's 19. 3 of these. These bad boys. 1, 2... Infinitely easier. 3. 4 little T pieces. I've seen a bunch of those. I've not pulled out any yet. There, a little T cross. What did I say? 4 of those? Well, that's 1. Here's 2. It's amazing that they can fit 480 whatever pieces into a box this small. 3 and 4. 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. 4 long ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta be honest, a lot of the tedium of the Space Needle was just putting grass and roads on the base plates. I'm glad we don't have to do that now. I'm glad we've kind of passed that step. And then there are 2 tall pillar kind of pieces. Oh, they're in here. I've seen them. There's one. Observe how tall. 1 and a second one. A second one. Okay, that's all of them. Oh, there's an advanced step here. It's telling me like a breakout kind of piece to make. Ooh, whatever it is, it's ugly. It's saying to take a long and a short. What? Okay, the step I'm looking at is this little thing. that little thing. It must be saying I need this piece. 2 of my clears. Wild. This is something else. And I need 2 of these. This must be like the, I don't know what it is. It's just a weird shaped part of the building, I guess. It's supposed to go down right here. Nope, it looks like maybe it's supposed to go in one? Yeah, in one for some reason. It's a miracle. Ugh. It's a miracle I ever built that Space Needle. I need like a hammer. They don't fit together quite right. They kind of fit together well enough. Hydrate. Yes, I can hydrate, and I should hydrate. Thank you very much for that. Oop, I almost spilled. That would have been bad. Thank you. Take a good little stretch and hydrate break. Ooh. Doing great. I think we're moving right along here. Just slap down some pieces and hope you're doing it right. We're building a little entrance here now. We've got some windows on the side. Like this. Like it actually has. That's fun. Very well designed, honestly. I mean, as well designed as something made of bricks like this can be. Because, see, look. Here's the stairs up to it, right? And then there's the windows on the side that I've just put in. And if you look at the picture, you can see right here, I mean, the stairs up to it and the windows right on the side of the door. Very good. Very well done. Totally lost my place, though. Wild. We're building some walls. We're getting some height here. There we go. Another T-piece here. Gotta get a big long one. Is that a second big long one? Oh my gosh. Okay. Another window here. A lot of windows. A lot of windows going in. Okay. Still throwing pieces all over the place. It's just so hard to tell what's what. we go. That's pretty right, gotta think. Bizarre. There's a lot of pieces that hang studs over empty space in this build. Like these, I mean, there's a corner here that just hangs. Kind of hard to see. Inside, interior corner, where my thumb kind of is, hangs over nothing. I just put these T-pieces in the lighthouse that kind of hang over nothing. Interesting kind of style here. Uh-oh. That's gonna need me to flip the thing over to get that piece out. Whoops. Okay, beautiful. Now all I've got left are 2x1s, and they all belong on this. Okay, white, clear. White, clear but facing the other way, like long ways. Then it's white. Ugh. Then it's clear. And then it's white. Then on each of these sides, it's a clear facing inward. Okay, we're getting there. It is coming along. Kind of identical to the other side that I just finished. Like that. And you know I did it right because I have no pieces left over. Oops. Darn it. I keep dropping pieces inside. I have to keep flipping it. Ugh. Bada boom. Moving up. I've probably built about 3 feet of this thing. Step 4. Very few pieces required for step 4. Should be an easier one. 1 flat clear piece. When I say flat, I mean flat and clear. Maybe the smallest of the clear pieces you could probably imagine. There's a flat corner here that we'll use. 1 of these little flat shapes. 1 longer flat plate. 2 longest flat plates. This is so many bricks for such a small build. I think it's, honestly, I don't mind it. I think it's fun to put together and have and stream, and I kind of like it better than if I were to just, you know, like buy a little model of the lighthouse. I think more pieces, it's a little more tedious, but I don't know. I think I get a little more enjoyment out of it, a little more bang for my buck to be able to have it and put it together step by step, like I get to see it and know it intimately, which is fun. Let's look up some facts about Bass Harbor Lighthouse. Let's take a little... let me finish this step, and then we'll take a little fact break from Wikipedia. We'll pull some more facts. Okay. Stardew Valley music is a vibe. Okay. Is this right? Sure ain't. I've picked a 2x4. I think I need a 2x5. Remember when I said there weren't very many options for sizes? Well, this is an unfortunate case where there is an option, and I got the wrong one, but there's the right one. And it's a good thing I realized that, because then we would have been up a creek without a lighthouse. Oh, I was like, where's this little flat guy go? But he goes up front. He's a part of the door. Not very well marked on the illustration. Alright. Alright, alright. I forgot to grab one of these pieces. Let me hunt one down. Lovely. That's making a nice little structure. Nice little outbuilding. It's pretty fun, right? That's neat. Okay, fact break. Before we dive into step 5. Let's see. That bell, oh, the big bell is 4,000 pounds. That's how much that one weighs. 2 tons. The house is in its original configuration, but there's a 10-foot addition that was added in 1900. Interesting. Bass Harbor Head Light Station was added to the National Register of Historic Places on January 21st, 1988. Reference number 87002273. So there you go. National Register of Historic Places. Viewing. Today, the house is a private residence for a local Coast Guard member and his family. Tourists can get close to the Bell and Light via a concrete path, but most of the grounds remain private. There is a short walk which takes one to a series of wooden steps that lead down into the many granite boulders for a great view. That's the one I talked about. Very ridiculous. I guess that's all the facts that Wikipedia has to offer. National Register of Historic Places, though. That's cool. Range. Oh, this is new. Range, 13 nautical miles, or 24 kilometers, or 15 miles. So, you can see this light from 15 miles away, which is a long way away. Yeah. Neat. Location, Tremont, Maine. Alright, well, that's my info. That's my fact break. Moving along, right along, step 5 of, what did I say? 18? 5 of 18. But really, step 18 is just it being done. So, 17. For this step, I'm going to start to need red pieces. We're going to get some color in here. Okay. For this step. Oh boy. I need the smallest of pieces. A 1x1 red stud. This is the piece that blew my mind with the Space Needle. It's the smallest brick building piece I've ever seen in my life. Focus, camera. Look how little. It's like a mistake. And I just need one of it for this step. They decided I needed to put one of those down in this step. Okay, I need 3 of these. They're all kind of stuck together. 3 of those. Done. Check. I need 2. Oh boy. There are a lot of really small pieces here. I need 3 of these. Ah, here's one. of those that I need 2 of. Two of 3 of that piece. There we go. You know what maybe I'll do before I build the old State House in Faneuil Hall? Maybe I'll separate the pieces out by type and color and shape before the stream. So I don't have to go hunting during stream, and I could just pick a brick and build it. Okay. 2 of these. I'm not done hunting those little... Oh, now I am. That's 2. Come here. There you go. I need 3 flat 2x3 plates. Those are rare. There are not a lot of those. But there's 1. And there's 2. And there's 3. They were all in kind of the same spot. 1 little 2x4 plate. 9 clear. Oh boy, 9 clear 2x1. I can't believe there's still 9 left. 1, 2. I'm gonna just stick them all together this time. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And one last one. It could be anywhere. It's clear. It's clear. I feel like I can't even keep myself on camera. Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 5 2x1s that are white. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of these cross do I need? 4 of those, too, because I'm seeing some right now. I was like, I should grab that while I could see it. 2, 3, 4. Where's the last one of these little guys? Okay, 5 of you. Goodness, 6 of these. 6 1x4s. 1, 2. We're really getting through them here. We're really burning through pieces. 3. Whoop. 4. 5. And 6. Oh, I only need 2 of these. Why did I think I needed 4? Well, I'll stick them together for easy finding and put them back in there. 5 2x4 bricks. 2 of them are already stuck together. That's maybe a good omen. Perhaps. Oh, 2 more of them are already stuck together. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll need a 5th. They're all coming in pairs. The factory must not have broken them up very well. Uh-huh. Oh, these are going to be a doozy. 5 of those. And 1 big giant 2x6? 2x6. Now we slap them on down willy-nilly wherever we want. I'm kidding, but I wish I wasn't kidding because that'd be so much easier. We'll put one on the doorway there. We need 2 more clear ones. Really tall windows on the side. Okay. Nifty, nice. Now they're all stuck together and I have to think about which piece is what. Ugh. They're like fused. I've squeezed them together too well. There we go. There's this. And here. Banjo-Kazooie. When are they going to add Banjo-Tooie to the Nintendo 64 emulator on the Switch? Huh? When, Nintendo? I want to play it. I've never played it, and I want to. Because the first one was so much fun. They really need to get on that. There's going to be another weird hanging spot. What a mess of a design this is. Okay. 2 tall ones here, and then in the middle, I need to put a flat one. Oh. Get up there. There we go. Lovely. I'm gonna start working my way down now, because I've lost track of what's happening up top. There we go. There's a bunch of legal stuff they'd have to go through for Banjo 2. Really? I felt like they would own it the same as they had with Banjo 1. But I guess, I mean, that does make sense. And I'm sure that's the case for a lot of other Nintendo IP. And why Sonic the Hedgehog games haven't appeared on any, like, Game Boy Advance port, you know? Either that or they just don't want to. Which I think is equally likely. There's a piece that goes here that I can't tell what it is. Is it this? It may be. I'm going to assume it is. That this is the last little 2x1. Banjo isn't Nintendo, just licensed. Interesting. You know, I didn't really know that. This can't be. Sure enough, it is. Oh, no, it isn't. It isn't. It only looks like that's right because of the way that it is. But what really happens here is this. This is where this one little stud goes. Look at that. Awful. Okay. Time to put a window on the lighthouse. Boop. There it is. You're not going to be able to see anything out that one. There's opaque bricks right behind it all the way, but that's fine. We'll love it anyway. Yes, that is correct. Let's keep building this outbuilding here. It gets these last two pieces. There we go. Whoops. What? Falling apart. There we go. See, it's annoying that they've got 2 and then 1 instead of just making a piece that's 3. But, oh well. I'm going to do it the opposite way to make it symmetrical. Screw you, instructions. There. Beautiful. Step 5. Complete. We're starting to build a roof. Step 6. We will get a lot more roof in step 6. Two of these pieces, thankfully, pretty easy to find. They are little one, like, stud-shaped slanted slopes for the roof. If you can see it, little slanted slope. 2 of those. We're gonna need 5 flat, transparent pieces, which I feel like I can't stick together because they're so small. So I'll just have to be very careful with them. And 1 flat white piece here. Three, 4, 5. Lovely. Now we're getting into the shenanigans. 3 little red, kind of slim, flat pieces here. Nope, just 1 of those. Longer of the same exact piece. Gotta make sure everything's the same shape. Two 1x4 white strips. 4 little corner flat pieces. The piece count is running low. I mean, we're getting not down to the wire necessarily, but a lot closer to the wire. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 flat white 2x4s. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 8 of these long roof slants. 2, 3, 4. Thankfully, that's what most of these red pieces are. 5, 6, 7. That was a cool sound. Okay, Celeste. 8. 5 longer, flat plates. These 2x6s that are very confusing. Or 2x5s or whatever they are. Oh, we'll need 2 super long flat plates too. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll need a 5th. Okay. Let's hop to it. There we go. Those go down on the lighthouse. We'll save them. But these are supposed to be longer. Like so. Yes. What fell? Oh no. Damage control. Fixed. Crisis averted. Okay, there we go. There we go. Great. Oh boy. These are tough to fit in there just right. Oh, that's horribly cattywampus. It's not sitting quite flat. There you go. Work with me, small brick. Marvelous. We are making progress. Okay, the 2 big ones go across the center of the lighthouse here. Then we'll get some of the corners down here. Impulse, hello! Hi, and welcome to level 125. You can defeat a giant from Skyrim. Thank you for the hydrate. I hope you've had a good weekend. Hope you're having a marvelous Sunday. Hope you're living it up, as they say, as the cool kids say. At least that's what I've been told the cool kids say. I am not a cool kid who says it, so can't speak from experience. Banjo was made by a studio called Rare. Right. Oh, it's currently owned by Microsoft. The biggest hurdle is to get Banjo 2 on the Switch is that Microsoft doesn't want it. Microsoft, it's the least you can do for crashing the entire global internet 3 days ago. You know? Get with it. Same reason why I was so big for Banjo to be in Smash Bros. That makes sense. Well, that was a smart move on their part. I mean, so popular. Here we go. And we'll get the last 2 corner pieces in here. You went to the brewery with Nora and hung out on the patio in a food truck. I love patios. That's very nice. Patio dining is a winner for me. Well, that's awesome. That sounds like a great way to spend a Sunday. I am happy that you've had such a good one. Whoops. Ooh, that's not where that goes. Who? How? Who? Got it. I've done something wrong. Brick separator saved my life. This piece is supposed to extend out over the edge, and I did not leave it to do that, which is why I was running into problems. Oh yes, beautiful. Now, gently I must put these pieces in the correct place. Ugh, ouch, they're like little knives digging into your fingers. The owner came out and met her, and they said they get dogs all the time, but Nora was the first brewery kitty? That shocks me, to be honest. I think I'm a dog person, personally, but I don't have access to a dog, and I've got some friends who have a cat, and I think it's so much fun. The cat, I love it. I'm very allergic to it, and it makes me sneeze. Look at the little adornment on that roof that I just put on. The little triangles that stick up. How flipping good. I really like that. And we gotta build the other side here. Oof. Get this down in the middle. Raspberry plant has started bearing fruit. Oh, that's delicious. Raspberries are pretty good. I think I'm more of a blackberry guy, but I just can't even look at a blackberry without getting a seed stuck in my teeth. It's unfortunate, but that is the way of the world. Step 7. 32. Oh, dear me. Step 7. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I think it's looking really good, too. Step 7 is 32 of these is the first thing I need for step 7. So, let's get counting. This is where I'm going to use this jar. 1, 2, 3, stupid, 32, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, Lego would not do this to me. Lego would have their instructions better, or these pieces would already be separated out. I wouldn't have to dig out 32 of these little guys. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh, holy crap. Fresh raspberry is 1,000 times better than store-bought. Ooh, I agree. I think that's pretty true. If you ever have the chance to get a raspberry bush, do it. I think that's a great idea. But raspberries spread like crazy if you let them. That's not the worst thing in the world. I can think of worse things than abundant raspberries. And I think most people could. That sounds nice, actually, just to have constant fresh fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's 7 and 8? 7 and 8. Excuse me. Great. Now 2 of these white 2x1 bricks. We got to be getting down to the last of the 2x1s. At least the white ones. There's still a lot of clear ones in here. There you are. 4. 4x1. 1. Oh. 2. Ringbolt, hello. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Hope you had a great weekend. 3, 4, and 8 of these long bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that though, because that makes me feel like I make a lot of progress fast. 5, 6. I mean, they take up so much space. 7, 8. Compare this brick to one of these things. I mean, I'll use as many of these as I can. It's going great, actually. We're working on building the lighthouse that's down there in that picture. I went and visited it in May, late May, and I bought this as a souvenir, and it's been really cool to put together. We've mostly just got foundation, but the entrance is nice with its little stairs up to the doorway, and we've got this outbuilding almost completely done with a nice little roof decor. I like lighthouses too. I think they're pretty neat, and I wish I knew more about them. I think that could be a thing that I would deep dive into and really look into. Okay. Step 7. I looked into trying to put the instructions maybe on the screen, but it was just too complicated for 7 steps. You know, with Lego, they're all integrated into the thing. It's like really easy to pull up the manuals and scroll page by page by page. Not so with this. I'm trying to put down all 8 of these red roof slants first, because the 32 little guys will go on top of them. But hopefully it means we'll see some finished roofs, because I mean, that's 816. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna work wonders for how far along our roofs seem. Am I missing where the last 2 of these are supposed to go? Oh yeah, they just go here. Ugh. I'm trying to save those for last. They're going to be the most frustrating for me to do. Okay. Getting these down. Getting the sides of the lighthouse built up a little more. I wonder what the scale of this is. I mean, we'll probably have to figure it out once it's all built. Got all the ones around you in the surrounding provinces. That's cool. I don't have any lighthouses around me because I'm in a landlocked place. But it'd be really neat if I did. I guess that technically means I've been to all the lighthouses around me, because there are just none. Human ingenuity is incredible. How do we avoid crashing into the shore? Big tower, big light. And what's funny is that we invented that back in the 17 and 1800s, right? It's been such a long time since we invented that, and it's still the best way to do it. It's still like the pinnacle, and the technology is advanced with automation and electricity and, you know, all the other bells and whistles, sometimes literal bells. But generally speaking, the idea is exactly the same and is equally correct as it was all those dozens and hundreds of years ago. Which is pretty stinking cool. It would be really fun if they were Lego bricks. It would, but mini building blocks is what we had. Honestly, I probably could replicate it if I took a list of the pieces that are in this and just bought them as, you know, pick-a-brick pieces. I could just do that. Where do we suppose these 2 little... Oh, okay. They go here. I'm going to put those in first, and then everything else I could just fill in with big bricks. Voila! That's almost everything in this step. Time for 32 small little knives. It's sad that lighthouses don't exist anymore because they get run down. Yeah, and no one wants to invest in them. It is sad. It is a bummer. But that's not going to be the case with the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse. This one is a National Historic Landmark, so it is federally protected. Whoops. Whoa. That piece went all the way under the instructions. Little runaway. Goodness. There we go. Lighthouse has got good Wi-Fi. You'd never see me again. That's true. Had the money, I'd love to live in a lighthouse. It'd be fun. And you could get your cardio in. Just get up those stairs once or twice a day. You'd be golden. There we go. Oh, it'd be so much easier if they cut this piece total in half and then just made these like two-sided bricks with a slope on each side instead of little half-sided slopes. So far, they're actually not nearly as bad as I thought they might be to put in, but we're only one like quarter of the way done, if that. There we go. No, it is 1/4. My math, I'm not a math guy, but it's 1/4. It's tough. Once these go in, it feels like there's kind of no going back. Like, the brick separator can't separate these. Lighthouse I know of called West Point. Didn't pay. One day I like to go and stay the night. Oh, they rent out the rooms? Oh, that's really cool. Like an Airbnb, but a light B&B. That's really neat. I think if you get the chance, you should definitely give that a go, because that sounds like a really unique experience. I won't say there were lighthouses near where I grew up, but where I grew up was a lot closer to a place that had lighthouses. And I remember taking a field trip to one, or I guess just going with my family, probably when I was 4 or 5, and climbing up the spiral staircase. Mostly that meant my parents carrying me up the spiral staircase. But I did better than other members of my family who were afraid of heights and had to be carried and consoled as they were headed up and down. This one's giving me trouble. That's going to have to be what it's going to be. They book up quickly. Oh, I can only imagine. Probably high demand. Been up a few lighthouses. That's really neat. I've been up a handful. I think even saying a few would probably be too generous. I think my number is pretty close to 1. It's not 1, I don't think, but it's not far away. So calling it a few is, you can't go up most of them anymore. Yeah, well, and that's the case with this one too. It's a fully functioning, like, Coast Guard operated lighthouse. So someone lives there, works and maintains it, and it's private property practically. And it's very generous that they have it so available and open to the public. What up? Another section of roof down. 1 to go. Oof. Safety concerns, definitely makes sense, because, a lot of them, the ones that aren't active and, like, important to stay running for, ships to continue to operate, those are, if it's not running and operational, then it's run down and probably dangerous. Or they're owned by the Coast Guard. Yep, exactly. They're either way too functional or way too dangerous, and you're just out of luck. So it sounds like there's a hack, though. The way to get into a lot of lighthouses is to join the Coast Guard. Ugh. That piece is not going in right, and it's bugging me. You know what? Can I get it out? Nope, and that's going to make it worse. It lives there now. It is a permanent imperfection in the build. Did I scroll down on this a bunch? There. Gotta get the top in the picture with the chimney. Ugh. It's kind of a neat effect. I mean, these little pieces almost kind of look like shingles on the roof. And that's really cool. And 32. I got it backwards. What do I put the last piece in backwards? 32 little guys. There they are. You can see kind of the one that's out of whack, right? Focus up, camera. It's this little guy. I couldn't get him into place. Probably one way, but you have to be a lighthouse keeper for them, and they're all automated. Yeah, it's probably low supply job. Not very many of them exist. All right, let's keep on trucking. 2 little flat 2x1 plates. 1, 2. Easy peasy. 4 1x4s. 2 little flat. Hard to tell if I need 3 or 4. I'm gonna assume it's 4. Yeah, it needs to be 4 for what it wants me to do. Whew, they're really hidden in here. There they are. Make me want to build a Lego lighthouse, but which one? Oh, I think I saw one not too long ago that was newer, and it looked really cool. I don't know. I bet there's a lot of fun options out there, though. Lego is no slouch. They make really good sets, and I'm really excited about the Zelda ones and the Lord of the Rings ones. I love, but there's just, I cannot, as much as I would love it, cannot justify purchasing that, because even if I saved up enough money to do it over the course of months, when I got enough money, I would just be like, I could spend this on something else and then not do it. So, the Rivendell one is awesome, but probably just a dream. There we go for these guys. 2 little T bricks. 1, 2. For these guys. Man, Summer in Stardew Valley was a ton of fun, wasn't it? What a good song. And 2 really long ones. Okay, pieces have been separated for this step. Step 8. No. Yes. Step 8, I just forgot to grab some of the pieces that I need. 6 of these little long slopes, which is going to make a huge difference. There we go. How far over the edge do these stick? 1 stud, probably? Yep. Probably build the one that you're building. Yeah, this one, I'd recommend it. So far, I mean, they're tiny, tiny little pieces. So just mentally prepare yourself and know what you're getting into. But it's not that expensive, and they have a lot of them in stock on their website that I looked at today. And this is a real, I mean, the Lego ones are, maybe there's a Lego one modeled after something real too, but I feel like those are mostly fictionalized. But this is like an actual lighthouse that you can actually go and see. And that's really cool. No! Ah, crud. I was supposed to put these on other pieces. Come here, you. No, I'm taking apart the whole place. Oh yeah, and for these ones too. Look at that. I did it all wrong. I rushed into it, and my haste was my undoing. I acted in haste, and it cost me my precious few seconds. Ouch. They're so sharp. Okay. Oh, that's actually very nice. I kind of like what that does. Gives it a little more space up above. This set here is from Mini Building Blocks. It's Mini Building Blocks Bass Harbor Head Light. I'm sure it's got an actual number or something identifiable. It's 484 pieces. Yeah, really cool. The brand is Mini Building Blocks brand. I've built other things from them before. Like the Space Needle that I have is from them. And from the same trip where I went and saw this lighthouse, I also picked up Mini Building Block versions of the Old State House and Faneuil Hall from Boston. So those are coming up too. And I'll build those and share stories about the Boston trip and the buildings and, you know, more pictures and all that stuff. But for now, figured I'd start with this one. David, hello! Welcome to level 79. Happy Sunday. How's it going? How the heck are you? We're building a lighthouse. And it is going stellar. We're almost getting to the end of it here, I feel like. Huh, there we go. Going alright, got home from visiting people in Ohio and Kentucky. Awesome. Well, what a fun trip. I hope you had a blast. Okay, that's those. Done. Let's look at all the other pieces here. Roof. Oh, I totally just took this all the way off. Easy now. These are the upstairs windows, just like the real building has. Remarkable. I don't want to do that yet. I almost put that piece down hastily. Again with all the haste. There we go. The actual building itself is mostly nice and symmetrical, and I really like that. That makes things pretty straightforward. But then the lighthouse gives it a good amount of variety. Oh. What's funny, though, is the lighthouse, we're going to need to start locking some pieces together pretty soon. Because, I don't know, it could be interesting if we just leave the sides all open like they are. Oh, there's the little building completely done. There it is, roof and all. I could show it on the big camera, but it's blurry and won't autofocus. You get the idea. They have 4 different actual real-life lighthouses that you can choose from and make, and that's really neat. Okay, that's step 8. Hey, we're on the instruction flipping stage. Okay, step 9. I will need 4 clear 2x1s. I'm gonna move this up here. 1, 2. 3, and 4. I will need 2 flat 1x4s. Three little corner plates. 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1 very rare 2x2 slope. 2 little 2x3 plates. 1 2x4 plate. 4 long roof pieces. Those 2 are already stuck together. 1 tall, clear 2x1, which is odd. Given how symmetrical everything's been, I felt like 1 is a strange number of those to require. Here you are. 1 solid white. 2x1. 4 of these T connectors. That's what I tried to go for the other time when it was wrong. 1, 2, and those 2 that I stuck together. And 2 2x4 bricks. Woohoo! We're cooking with gas. I'm gonna put these little guys down first, since they just go on top of the existing clear pieces. Easy enough. There we go. Getting that roof in there. Hey, thank you for that follow. Welcome in. My follow alert is broken. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried everything, but thanks. Oh, darn it, you. It's a bot. Thanks for the follow, bot. It was nice while it lasted. What are you gonna do? How the mighty fall. There we go. This is curious. Some of the things that wants to happen here. Weird. Okay, you need to go like this. You need to come in here and fill that weird little gap. Oh, that's the chimney. I'm building a spot for the chimney. Ah ha ha. I figured you out. And now we're starting to cross the lighthouse a little more. Get it a little more structurally sound. That's great. Oh, that's why I only needed 1. It's for the lighthouse. Another window on this front side, overlooking the crags and the sea. No? How's this one go? There we go. Now my problem is I have this extra piece. Oh. I see. Hadn't finished the front of it. Okay, on to step 10. This is looking really nice. Step 10, I will need 2 flat clear plates. 1, 2. I will need 1 flat white 2x1 plate. 2 flat 1x4s. There we go. 4 of these little corners. See, this one's taken a little longer than I expected too, but we did have all the fun Lighthouse trivia at the start and all the trip picks and things, so I really can't complain. It's my own fault. One of these guys. 3 little 2x3 plates. There we go. 4 2x4s as plates, that is, not blocks. Okay, and 4 big roof pieces. I think it is time to bring the chair into this. Let's have a seat. Bear with me as everything moves downward. Ooh. Acadia, the national park in which this lighthouse is located. Where's my chair? Ugh. Gotta waddle it all the way over here. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's gonna help me cast less shadows on this area too, maybe. Step 10. Okay, this needs to go. Whoa, I almost lost that clear piece. Sit down for 2 seconds and I lose all my focus. This goes on the lighthouse. These go next to it. Beautiful. More roof is happening here. Get that good slant going. I guess I'm not even in the frame with this. Okay. Now we need 4 and 4 and 3 and 3. All right. We're listening to that turret song from Portal, aren't we? Yep. That's funny. That's really good. What a blast Portal was. I really enjoyed that one. Okay, step 10. Or yeah, 10 is done. Man, feels like just yesterday we started this thing. Get it? That's funny because it wasn't just yesterday. 4. Only 4 of these little roof pieces are necessary this time. Maybe I won't lose them. 1, 2. 3. And 4. Gladys, the voice actor, is actually an opera singer. She had a blast doing this song. I believe that, and of course she did. Why not? It's a really interesting... I actually just saw a post about it recently somewhere about why they put it in the game and how they wanted to incorporate a bit where the turrets were singing and you walked, like, turned a corner and they got embarrassed and stopped. If you know opera lyrics, the song has a deeper meaning. Yeah, I heard about that too. about finding your way out and escaping. And well, the way I heard the way they incorporated it at the end of the day was that the turrets and like all the tech was happy that you were there because it gave them something to do after all those years in isolation and being alone. And this is them, being sad that you're leaving. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. But I really liked Portal and Portal 2. Those were a ton of fun. 1, 2, 3, 4 1x4s. There we go. I feel like my narrative skills of what I've been doing and sticking on here have diminished, but I feel like it's gotten a little repetitive. You know what I'm doing. Portal series was a ton of fun, and I was really happy that I got those on sale on the Switch and was able to play them. The first game was fun, but little did I know how stellar the second game would be. How very, very different, but very improved the second one would end up. Such a shame Valve can't count to 3. Boy, don't I wish. It'd be the coolest if they decided to make another Portal game. Dare I say, buy it if they did that. Oh, ow. It's all falling apart. Everything is turning to ash. Let's figure it out here. There we go. Sick. Okay, and so these 4 pieces that make up the chimney simply sit right here and kind of act like a little outcropping roof. Here we go. Yes, yes. Okay. Here we go. Community's made some great fan Portal 3 installments. I bet. But yeah, no, it can't scratch the itch. I think part of it too is there are only so many Portal puzzles probably that you could think of reasonably. I was really, some of the ones that they came up with by the end of 2 were incredibly complicated. And I was really enjoying, the brain itch, of solving those, the challenges and the struggles. There's one level I'll never forget. And it's one where the slime, you have to get the bouncy slime, and it moves in the, beam. But then you have to reverse the beam and send it back through the portal at just the right time, and then cut it off so that it drops onto all the turrets. That was a really tough puzzle. It took a lot of thinking, and it was very memorable. And I don't know how they could top that, realistically, to go into another Portal game. I think that was the creme de la creme. Portal's so good at making you feel like a genius and an idiot at the same time. And that's 100% true. And there was a part of Portal that, that I couldn't figure out. I could not for the life of me find out where to go or figure out where to go. And so I found a spot on the wall where I could catch and stand and be higher up than I should have been. And I launched a portal to a place I should not have been able to launch a portal to. And I skipped an entire, huge, important storytelling part of the game. You know the part where you go and are introduced to Cave Johnson for the first time, and you walk through the office building, and there's a ton of exposition in there and a few other puzzles to solve. I bypassed the whole thing. Didn't even do it, and didn't even realize that I had missed it. I went to watch it on YouTube. Someone else play through it. Because I was like, I know what I did wasn't right. Let me see what the right answer was. And when I saw that they had done so much without me, where I missed, I was like, oh, Wow, I just could not believe it. And that was a time I definitely felt like a genius for skipping the puzzle, like finding like a speedrunning style skipping hack. But also a total idiot because the entrance was so obvious, and boy, I really dropped that ball. What am I doing here? There we go. Gotta get the right pieces. Step 12. I must put these two on this roof. We're building the last little roof on the outcropping here. Whoop. Throwing pieces all around. You know, they say, life gives you lemons, make life take the lemons back. I'm going to invent combustible lemons to burn life's house to the ground. Yep, that's, you know, to hear you type that, that really sounds like something the mixtaper would say. I feel like Cave Johnson and the mixtaper would get along. And that's a concerning thought. Ugh. These are pretty unsupported. I don't really love that part of the roof. It's mostly just floating on itself. But that's fine. Again, still more stable, a lot more stable than the Space Needle with its legs that come up the edge and threaten to fall apart at any moment. Why this? Why that, huh? Oh dear. This is how it ends. Never mind. I fixed it. Ah, I gotta up this lighthouse again. Every step is like do something to the roof. It's really complicated, and then do exactly the same thing to the lighthouse over here that you've been doing for the last 7 steps. But all in all, I think it's going very well. Okay, step 13. 13 and 14 are... Oh, 13, 14, 15 are all very short steps. We're down to the wire here. For 13, though, I need 8 black 1x1 studs. 13 is a horrible step. To look at it, I hate this. 8. 1, 2. I'll need 4 of those. Okay, 3, 4. Wait till you see this. 5, 6. Seven. There's a number 8. Okay, 2 of these flat little 2x1 white plates. Okay, 5 roof pieces. Five of those. Oh, this one's got an extra bonus piece attached to it. No thanks. 2 little slanty roofs here. 1 2x4 plate. And 3 decent sized black plates. 2x6. Okay, so these pieces here, this is a new one. It's mostly a flat plate without any studs, but there's the one stud in the middle that is sticking up. So I've got 4 of these, and those will be next. But what this step is, let me start with the roof, because I'm familiar with that, and that's good. Okay. Get that roof in place. Lovely. This music, I don't know off the top of my head what it's from. It's reminding me of Breath of the Wild, and that is making me want to play more Zelda. We're not there yet. We'll get there in time. And I don't know if I want to go straight to Tears of the Kingdom or do Skyward Sword first. I already own Skyward Sword. I bought it on sale. So that may be a smart next step. Especially if there's lore in it that would be super cool in Tears of the Kingdom. Even though Breath of the Wild is probably the most important lore for that. Still. Oh, good grief. There we go. Get in there. I've got to guide this little 2x1 piece into a small 2x1 hole. There's almost no space for that comfortably. Now we've got all the black studs. So, these 4 pieces with the stud in the middle go straight around the edges here. Right in the middle of the 4 edges. Around them, on both sides, go my little black studs. 8 of them. 1. Skyward Sword is the way to go, and it'll take way less time than Tears of the Kingdom. I think so, too. I think it'll be good to take even more of a break. Like, I just want to spread out Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom enough. I've already got a craving to play more Breath of the Wild, like I've missed it a lot, but I like forcing myself to not play it because I want Tears of the Kingdom to be fresh. And so, yeah, probably the more space between, the better. So this part that I'm building here is the bottom of the top of the lighthouse. We're getting to it. This part right up here. We'll see how that all goes. Okay, and these 3 pieces are supposed to go sideways to bridge that gap in the middle. Thank goodness. Okay. That's 13. 14 starts to get really cool. Oh, it's all been really cool. Tears of the Kingdom uses the same map and there's enough changes. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and it feels fresher to re-explore it when you've forgotten. I think that makes a ton of sense to me, and one of the main reasons I've wanted to wait so long. Plus, I feel like Tears of the Kingdom will be another year-long endeavor, just like Breath of the Wild was. If not more so now, because I'm able to stream way less frequently than I was during Breath of the Wild days. So, I totally can see that taking a while. I need 12 of these little slants this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Lovely. Now, new piece alert. 12 very small, like curved black pieces to make up the rounded edge of the lighthouse. Each one has 2 studs, curved gently. I will be using 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think there are only 12 of them. 11 and 12. Okay, beautiful. 8. Got to make sure I get the right ones. It's like a little black 2x1 rod cylinder, cylindrical. It is imperative that the cylinder is not armed. One, that's a deep cut joke. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the ones that are gonna roll a bunch. Okay, stop that. You cylinders are going in the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. One long red plate with no studs, and I already got my 3 roof pieces. Let's get this roof done. Looks like this is the last step, or well, next to last step for the actual house roof here, which is exciting. It is all coming together. I also think it's been really cool to look at this along with the picture of the lighthouse here so that I can visually see how accurate it is. And it actually is. I mean, the windows all look like they're in the right spots, and this outcropping is the same, and the little chimney spot is there. Like, this all matches spot for spot, piece for piece. It's very cool. Okay, so these pieces here, more or less, it is telling me to stack 4 of them on top of each other. Or 3 of them on top of each other 4 times. That's what it is. So I'm making a taller part of this middle lighthouse portion. Which is a smart idea, because I was about to not do that and just put them around here 3 at a time. Little quarter circles. Okay, let's see if I can figure out like that. Got to make sure it's centered. This is an important part to not get off center. Nailed it. Look at that. Dead center. So now the cylinders go up along the edges of it. One goes on each of the middle, plates, middle studs sticking up right in the front. So it actually does kind of emulate the railing up there too. I wasn't sure it was gonna attempt that, but it looks like it will. This is the part of the build that could get fragile. I'm gonna dump all these out gently. Okay. Now they go on the, middle parts out there. Ouch. Again, like little knives. There, now it's got prongs. Very cool, very nifty. Alright, let's deal with these little roof spots. They just line this one side. Awful. This is terrible. There's 3. 4. Ah, that one went flying. They always go flying. Nothing can ever just fall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I might have just knocked that whole piece in a little bit. Which is not great. But I think it's okay. I think we'll survive here. It's not structural, it's just aesthetic at this juncture. There we go. You're about to not be looking at an unfinished roof anymore after the next step. 2 steps. Oh, this isn't the chimney at all. It's just a little extra thing. The chimney is still coming. I peeked ahead at the next step. Step 15. Boy, oh boy. Step 15 requires one 1x1 red stud. It requires one very, very small little flat plate. A piece that I'm not even sure I've seen yet. Yes, here it is. Itty bitty red plate. It requires 4 of these. It's a new piece that I will show you momentarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another one. 4 of these. Lovely. 3 of these bad boys. And 4. Oh, these are also new. Okay, the new pieces we will be working with in this step include a clear variant of the quarter circle piece that we had in black earlier, and 2 and 3 stud versions of this. They're little 2x1 and 3x1, and they're rounded on the ends. So those are what's gonna go up on top of our pieces. It almost looks like I've got them wrong, but I don't. Okay. Two, 3, 1 just gets a stud. That's where the chimney's gonna go. I am impressed with how few studs we've left showing. It's gonna be kind of minimal, which is cool. Okay, let's cover these up first so I can still get to them. This is where I would need to put a light, right inside this little divot. Alas, I have no way to do that. Okay. These 3x1s go on the middles, big middle pillars, and the 2x1s go on the other ones. It's a bit hard to tell if I've got things in the center, because these don't properly like snap on all the way. They kind of just rest on top a little bit. This is the part of this one that's going to be fragile, and that's going to break all the time. Unless there's further steps that lock these down, but I don't think there are because this is just the railing. Yeah, I question some of their design choices here. Like, it looks great, but it is so unstable. Hydrate, I can do that. Always something that's gonna break. Alright, that's the last of that. Oh. I feel like I want to push the whole thing together a little better. But it's too scary. Look at that. Those are kind of precarious up there. But I'm going to hope and pray that they just stay in good shape. That's step 15. 16 requires one tall chimney piece. It is a long rectangle in, brick form. It goes right here, where the chimney goes. Lovely. I require 12 quarter circles in the color clear. Wonder where they're gonna go. I stopped counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now normally I just assume I was using almost all the rest of them, but that's the kind of piece that they would give me extra of. So I don't want to overuse here. I want to be cautious. 1, 2 of those and 1 of these. Boom. Okay. Chimney's already attached. Okay, let's stack these up 4 high. Or 3 high 4 times. I keep saying 4 high and that's not right, but you know what I mean. Fit together. There we go. Boy, it's already 11:30. The night is flying by. Okay. And it would help if I stuck them on correctly. And also right side up. Oh, that's looking good. G-U-D good. Now these will go here. And this one just goes across the middle. Okay. Okay. The end is in sight. We've got it. We've got it here. Look at that. Doesn't it look good? Ooh. Hard to tell. But I think it looks really good. Up next. Step 17. I'm going to take step 17 a little easier here. Just for stream's sake. Step 17 is mostly just trees. Right? I've got to put the top on the lighthouse and then build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees, which is a little tedious. But there, we've adorned it. I could do the trees later. A lot of extra roof pieces. Here's how many pieces I have left over. If you ignore the green and the brown, That's what we're left with. And it's interesting that I didn't use this piece. I mean, this is a very long brown plate. I don't know, that must just be an extra. So, strange. And there's a lot of chimney pieces too. 3, at least 3. I don't know, curious. I'm not gonna put together all the trees, just, you know, for that. Looks great from the top, doesn't it? It looks just like the building. I can't even believe it. The resemblance is uncanny. So here's, I mean, side view. I guess, I don't know. There we go. That's like the primary viewing angle. Very nice, very lovely. Got the little door, got the little everything. I'll go back to the normal camera and show it off. I could do that. Here we go. So you can see it in full, in all of its Lighthouse glory. Yeah, very nice, very nice. I think this is a fun build. I like it. It's a lot more stable and sturdy than the other mini brick build I did. It was a lot less tedious because a lot of the pieces were more like traditional in shape and size. Some of the fit isn't perfect still, and these pieces up here are still iffy in the way they're attached, and I don't know. You can see a few spots where there's some separation, but overall, for like a reasonably priced souvenir build from a very kind of niche tourist destination, I think it turned out pretty great. I think this is a lot of fun. That's the Acadia part of the trip. It's the lighthouse right on my hat. Doesn't it look just like it? You can compare. Wow, it's practically the same. So that's Acadia. Fun trip, fun stop in Maine. Highly recommend. If you ever get the chance to go over that way and do it, because it was really, really cool. Still got the Boston stuff to build, the old State House and Faneuil Hall. We'll get to that soon, but it's going to be a little while. I've got some things to take care of. It'll be a busy week, and I will be live next time I am live, but it won't be too long. Pretty cool. I like it. I like the look of it. I'm just going to wrap up for the night. I don't want to raid out to anywhere really in particular, so I think we're just going to call it a day. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, even though there's not very much of it left at this point, and even for some of you, none of it left at all. But whatever, you get the picture. Enjoy. I'll see you soon. Let me find my end stream button. Boop. Have a great night. Oh boy. I'm surprised. Oh, impulse. Hydrate. I will do that. I will run and grab my water bottle as soon as I end. Thank you very much. Hey, Manji Rock. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for lurking. New follower. I appreciate it, even though you were a bot. May your house always stay lit. And all that. Bye, everybody.